Hi, I'm Elisa Wood. I'm the editor-in-chief of Microgrid Knowledge, and I'm here today with Nicole Bulgarino, who is the executive vice president at Ameresco. She's here to tell us about some very interesting work that Ameresco has underway on microgrids. So hi, Nicole, great to see you again.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks for having me today, and I look forward to our conversation.
I'm really interested in your project that you recently announced with Duke Energy at Fort Bragg. Could you tell us a little bit about that project?
Sure, I'd be glad to. So this is a project that we're doing in partnership with the utility Duke Energy, and we're doing it under a utility energy services contract for the Army base there at Fort Bragg. But one of the coolest parts of this project was the floating PV system. And this is a first for Ameresco, where we're using the floating PV, and they're literally modules that will sit on this lake. This dam, it was a dammed off water reservoir, and it was great because we were able to take about 2 acres of that water will be covered with these panels, a little over a megawatt of power, and it's on a remote part of there where they do special ops training. So it enables them to have power for a site that is remote, and it's not using land. It's actually very effective way to do it. The water's there to help keep the panels cooler, so it gives them a little more efficiency. And it'll be really neat to see how it's done. And the installation is quite simple as well. So
It's fascinating, fascinating. When I heard about this, I started looking around, and I noticed that there's just not many of these in the United States. This is very unique.
yes, I think there's definitely the company that we're partnered with. They have a lot more installations over in Europe, in Asia, I think even in Canada. So hopefully it'll become more here. It's great for particularly like man-made lakes or just water that doesn't have a lot of waves to it. And it's great. It's actually healthy for the water system itself. And it's a great way to get electrical power. And if you think about it, it has some cost savings to the installation as well. And actually, the energy manager, she that was there, is incredible. She's very innovative, very thinking, researching, and she introduced the concept, and it was we started looking at it and just worked very well for this application.
So you mentioned cost. Is there a cost premium, a variability? Is it different than
So I think it's definitely comparable to traditional, because you don't have that the civil aspect of it. The panels themselves are the same panels that you would buy for whether it's roof or ground mount system. And the construction, I think for here it would have been a balance for what we would have had to look at. Maybe a little higher, but then you have trade-offs on the civil side. So Duke is the prime contractor with the Army, and we are Duke's prime contractor to do the work. And they, obviously Duke will play a role on the interconnection as well with us, and oversee the whole project. And they're the ones that provided the capital financing, because it is a UESC type project, which is a savings. It's similar to how a lot of the federal governments use energy savings performance contract. And it's the same concept where the government doesn't have to put down any money for this, any capital. And the project is paid through by savings, or, in this case, from money that they won't have to purchase from the utility. The power that they would have purchased from the utility would now be provided by this project. So it's paid for over the contract term, and it's great because they get not only this on-site asset, but they also get these upgrades on their main base for the lighting, the water, and again those boiler upgrades I was referring to.
And that's characteristic of a lot of Ameresco's projects. You don't just go in and install a microgrid. You tend to look at the whole facility and look at ways you can find savings to help pay for other upgrades. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. It's our core business, is doing these comprehensive projects that touch on the different aspects of the energy use, and again, energy supply, and even the distribution part of it. So we're very happy to get this project underway, and serves a lot of good purposes for the base and gives them ultimate benefit of what they're looking for too.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Always really enjoy talking to you.
Yes, thank you.
Interesting stories to us.